Sir, did you want to sit on the front row now? Okay. Is that Mr. Muir? Yes, it is. Okay.
Yeah, and then when they don't pick up enough.
Right there, right Yeah, well, I'm, can I, want me to go ahead and start?
We'll get started if you know.
Welcome to the March 3rd, 2024 regular city council meeting is now called to order. Would you all please stand, say the pledge of allegiance with me. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I want to say welcome to our guests that we haven't seen before. Glad you came. Shelley, roll call.
Becky Curtis.
Here.
Gina Reed Hibbler.
Here.
John Breckenridge.
Here.
Karen Hammond.
Here.
John Biker.
Here.
Our first public participation. Anybody who wants to talk to us, please feel free. Come up to the podium, write down your address. You have 5 minutes.
Janet Christensen. I just had a clarification for the minutes. I guess, John Breckenridge, you asked a question last time if I wanted to go through, create an arts district through the Main Street Board. And I misunderstood, and so I just wanted to correct it. No, I wasn't planning on going through the arts, no, the Main Street Board. And that's, yeah.
No, well, it was, but I think my question was the, I'm trying to think, the boundaries was kind of Main Street, but it was different than Main Street, but.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I just wanted to clarify that.
All right.
Thanks.
That'll be in the minutes this time to correct the minutes for the last.
Thank you, Shelley.
Thanks.
Anyone else? That moves us on to the consent agenda. Is there anybody that wants to take anything off the consent agenda and have it be by itself or a single vote? If not, I will entertain a motion to pass the consent agenda. Oh, you want to read that first?
Item A, motion to approve the minutes of the February 18th, 2025 City Hall work session. Item B, motion to approve the minutes of the February 18th, 2025 regular session. Item C, motion to approve the minutes of the February 26th, 2025 special meeting.
All right, I will entertain a motion to pass the consent agenda.
So moved. Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? It passes 5 in favor, 0 opposed.
And can I ask you a question? When do once in a while we get the big high dollars, the payments we make, how often do those come out?
Monthly. They're supposed to come out at the last meeting of the month. But we went to a new records management system January 1, and we don't have them yet.
Okay, but we'll get it.
You will get
Okay,
them.
all right.
We're struggling a little bit.
Thank you, Ms. Mayor.
Okay, that moves us to our appointments.
We do have appointments terms for the Community Center Board. The terms of Dale Akey, Joanne Akey, Mark Baker, and Dan Miller are expiring. All the board members except Dan filed paperwork for reappointment. And we do have a new application from Chris Proctor to serve on the board and in the space vacated by Dan. Tonight is just for review only, and if there are no objections, these applications will be on the next agenda for decision.
Very well.
No objection.
Sounds like a plan. All right, that moves us on to the city manager's report.
Thank you very much, Mayor. I just have 2 quick items. One, we are getting ready for the 4th of July, if we can believe it here. We've been having snow out there. We're working on fireworks this display. Cost of fireworks has gone up about 10%, so the committee got two bids. One bid was to do the same amount that we did last year, which was $12,500, which would be about 10% less fireworks, or to pay $13,500 and do the same amount of fireworks. So what they said they would do, the committee agreed to raise the additional money and do the same size fireworks that we did last year. And that committee has a new pass-through committee. They're using the Northwest Missouri Regional Development to give out the tax abatement for the people who get it.
Facilitators.
North Central Missouri Business Facilitation.
Oh, okay. I was like, what?
And so they will, they'll all get a tax deduction for their donations. Okay, and then the second thing is Region D Recycling has $125,000 in grant money to distribute this year. And if you remember last year, we got the benches for the soccer fields were made out of recycled material. We got that at no expense to us because it was part of the grant there. And so we're looking for other items that we might be able to take back to Region D to the grant committee. So if anyone has any suggestions or ideas of some of the things that they've got, but it would be things that are made out of recycled material like that. And we have, there are 3 members on that, the grant committee, and I'm one of them. So you got to vote already. So you can come back with some ideas that work.
Can you give us some other ideas? I know I'm at the
Yeah.
meeting too, and I'm trying to think of what other cities have done to.
Yeah, I'll get the list of what we've done in the past years and send them out.
Please.
And so do you put this out to the public to ask them if
Sure,
they have any suggestions? Okay.
sure, we can do that.
Well,
Oh,
You
yeah,
could-
yeah, why don't you do that?
And what the grant committee will do is bring the recommendation back to the full board to vote on, and Becky's on the full board. Okay,
Thank you.
good, we'll do that, thank you.
anybody have any questions for Mr. Reckman?
Thank you very much, Mayor.
All right. That moves us to our second and final reading. Shelley.
Bill 2025-5, an ordinance vacating the alley located north of Euclid Avenue, a highway, in the northeast quarter of the southeast quarter of Section 22, Township 57, Range 30 of Cameron, Missouri.
I will entertain a motion to pass Bill 2025-5 on a second and final reading by roll call.
So moved.
Second. Discussion. All right.
Gina Reed Hibler.
Yes.
John Breckenridge.
Yes.
Karen Hamlin.
Yes.
John Feiger.
Yes.
Becky Curtis.
Yes. That takes us to second and final reading of Bill 2025-6.
Bill 2025-6, an ordinance authorizing the City Council of the City of Cameron, Missouri to grant a utility easement to the Missouri Highways and Transportation Commission for what roadway construction and maintenance as may be required.
I will entertain a motion to pass Bill 2025-6 on a second and final reading by roll call.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
John Breckenridge.
Yes.
Karen Hamlin.
Yes.
John Feiger.
Yes.
Becky Curtis.
Yes.
Gina Reed Hitler.
Yes.
That takes us to the second and final reading of Bill 2025-7.
Bill 2025-7, an ordinance for the City of Cameron, Missouri, creating a new Article 20A PBP Planned Business Park District in the City of Cameron zoning ordinance.
I will entertain a motion to pass Bill 2025-7 on a second and final reading by roll call.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. For those who don't know, this is so that we can sell our business.
Karen Hamlin.
Yes.
John Feiger.
Yes.
Becky Curtis.
Yes.
Gina Reed Hitler.
Yes.
John Breckenridge.
Yes.
Next is a second and final reading for Bill 2025-8.
Bill 2025-8, an ordinance for the City of Cameron, Missouri, authorizing amendments to various articles of the Cameron zoning ordinance for the purpose of adding event venues and to allow the planning and zoning flexibility on determining conditional use categories.
I will entertain a motion to pass Bill 2025-8 on a second and final reading by roll call.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
John Figert,
Yes.
Becky Curtis,
Yes.
Gina Reed Hitler. Yes. John Breckenridge.
Yes.
Karen Handel.
Yes.
Oh, that takes us to new business. We have a resolution 2025-12. Shelley.
Resolution 2025-12, a resolution for the city of Cameron, Missouri to enter into a lease agreement with JMac Rentals LLC to create an exclusive law enforcement training center.
I will entertain a motion to pass resolution 2025-12.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
Okay, this was a new initiative, and this went to the committee. We wanted to bring it back to the full council, and I think our new captain of oil is ready to talk about that.
Good evening. Currently, there's no dedicated training facility for law enforcement in the Northwest Missouri. Throughout the year, our mantra has been to make Cameron a law enforcement destination. This is a step towards that. At a very low cost, we have found a building that would be adequate, parking, restrooms, size, at a very low cost, and we're asking to move forward with it. Currently, we spend approximately $25,000 in training that's required for continued education for our officers. This will not take it away completely, but it'll drop a big portion of it. The idea is to also offer other officers or other agencies in Northwest Missouri to come to trainings that we host, actually producing income. We look for it in the third year, hopefully to be self-sustainable. The funding is in place through our tax, through retention recruitment. We're hoping to use this as a recruitment tool also. And I have a whole list of answers to questions that you may have, but if you have them, I'd be happy to, if you think of any questions, I'd be happy to answer them now.
I'm assuming that's yearly cost with the department, 25,000 a yearly cost.
Correct. We have every year, you're probably looking at between 40 and 80 hours of training per officer that's required
And this is $900 a month, right?
for the lease, yes.
Uh-huh. And are they gonna not rent that building out, just they're exclusive to you all?
It will be exclusive to us 24/7, yes.
Okay,
And that's the only issue that we've so far come up with is a time consideration. The longer we wait, the more bookings it has that we have to wait to actually get into it and start doing.
That's why you had to get this contract
Yes,
signed.
correct.
Okay, would you explain to the people that are here why this building fits the ticket so well for you guys and the fact that no one else will ever be using it?
Okay, so for our needs, we're gonna have material that doesn't probably need to be out in public. As you can see from this room here, it's not always adequate for the size. There's one restroom back there. People driving by can see in all the time. This building is off the road. It has ample parking. It kind of fits where we need it there. We're going to put in an audio-visual system that is dedicated to this so that when we get instructors in there, when we get other people to come there, it works every time. We don't have cords thrown about. It's going to be done. It's going to be done right.
well, and they've got tables and chairs and stuff, so you don't have to buy any of that
It
stuff.
includes all of that.
Okay.
And how did you stumble onto this?
We've actually, Chief Miller and I have been talking for a couple of years about wanting to do something like this because there is no place. There are academies that do the basic training, but as ongoing training, we've sent people to New Mexico, Texas, you've got room, board, you have all these things. Right now, we're actually looking for a hostage negotiation class. It was very tough the last year and a half. We haven't been able to find one. One just came up, so we could actually host it, have a lot of proceeds, I'm hoping, from holding these trainings. I want to reinvest in our officers. I want to get speakers in, motivational speakers, wealth management, whatever it may be, to help our officers to make it a better place for Cameron.
And $900 is very inexpensive from I mean, I know what we're paying for rent. It's a really good deal. I know you said that, you both have said that in talking with this gentleman, he kind of gave us a discount.
We did, he's,
And
he's
that's-
very good. We've got a lot of
He's a
support
nice
with the
guy.
community.
That is very much appreciated.
He's a nice
so.
guy.
We have a lot of community support. We really
Yeah.
appreciate that also.
Well, this will also help with economic development because people will be coming
Sure.
here, spending the night, eating our food. So that's
Absolutely.
good for our food.
I hope they're eating it, not using
Eating our food.
Yeah, I think it's amazing, actually. Excited.
We actually got locked into a 3-year price, so there won't be any price increases for 3 years. Overall, I think it's a really good deal.
All right, any other questions? Good job.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All those in favor of passing resolution 2025-12, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Passes 5 in favor, 0 opposed. Next is resolution 2025-13.
Resolution 2025-13, a resolution approving an update to the tagline for the city of Cameron, Missouri.
Thank you, Shannon.
I would entertain a motion to pass in a resolution 2025-13.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
Okay, thank you very much, Mayor. Shannon, who is here tonight, had recommended we talk about the creative crossroads of the nation. And we approved this resolution. We had formally adopted the new tagline. I thought what I would ask here, though, is what would we expect to be the physical things that we might have to do as a result of this?
And I might say that Crossroads of the Nation right now is on our business cards, so I would not go out and get all new business cards, but I would change it as we restock. We do have Crossroads of the Nation on our monuments. It might be something that we look for an update at some time in the future, maybe not immediately, but I think Rex Whiteman put those signs up for us initially. We might want to put out a bid and see if somebody can change that part of it and see what it's going to cost. That would come back to council. I think there might be some places on our website and like some other marketing items that we could just change out as we restock and as we go forward.
Should we wait in the short term until we actually have a creative district? I mean, we're saying this, but it's
Don't
just
now, don't we?
a verbal.
And I think they're still trying to put it together.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm thinking maybe we should like table this until we get to that point. I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just saying if we put it out there and someone goes, oh, so tell us about what you have, and we go,
It's in the works.
yeah, but I don't want to say it's in the works. I want to say, here's what we have and bring them in. So I'm just throwing it out. I'm not saying no.
Yes, and there's a lot of merit to that, because what happens is then we can maybe bring it back at the same time and also tell you what things we have to change. You know, signs have to be changed and what the cost of those things and the delivery would be, and we could bring it back as a package to you.
I would like to see that personally, but
We've been an extremely creative community for many, many years. We've had a concert band since 1866. We've always had huge support of music in churches. We've always had terrific art teachers that put on lots and lots of art shows. I think we are already creative.
so we're gonna sell the band and that's it. I mean, honestly, because your art idea, there's not art. We don't have an
But
art
there's
gallery.
people. We have creative people.
Oh, I'm not saying there's
But
not
aren't you
creative.
getting ready to make those murals?
Yeah, I didn't know if I could say anything or not, so yes, we are. We have at least 2 murals in the process. It should happen the first one in the first week of May. And yeah, I mean, this is just making mostly a statement to the people that we are going to do this. We take the things we've already done in the past and then we build on that. But if we, as you as a council never say, we're setting our staff and flag in the sand, then nobody else knows to join. And so I can say all I want for creative district, but unless the city council says, yeah, we are, then there's no validity to what I say unless you guys say
We've got the train on the side of the building.
Yeah, creativity has been here many, many years. So, there may have been some waning, but there's never, it has always been here.
Again, not saying we don't, but I don't know what we're looking at other than a city band and a mural right now downtown.
You're
And
gonna
that's
just
pretty
come,
much, there's only 4 of those city bands in the state of Missouri.
right.
No, I think the city band is awesome. I think it's incredible, and we're one of the few areas that actually continues to vote for that.
Can I just say that there's 2 grants that I've applied for to get money, saying that we are rebranding. So then that's, and it's the first one's, anyways, it's a lot of money. And so if the town doesn't say this is where the direction we want to go, and this is just part of the rebranding, yes, we do have to get other things and other people on board besides just saying we're this. We do have to show results that we
Right,
are.
exactly.
And so this is just basically the first step to say, we want to do this and we want to show results. So that's why before I came to you, I had some murals lined up, had some grants lined up, and those kinds of things. But I kind of only had 5 minutes.
Right, no, I agree.
I haven't been able to say all that we're doing, but it has to be a citywide effort, and you guys are the city council. And so that's.
I totally understand.
I kind of see both sides of the issue.
Yeah.
You want to start your grant program and say creative crossroads of the nation, but that doesn't mean that tomorrow we have to go to the top of a water tower and change crossroads of the nation. I mean, we could, and I see John's point that, well, maybe, are there other issues that are going to come up or finding, they're small financial issues. So I'm talking myself into both sides of this issue.
Well, that's different.
I
I
know.
don't think it's 2 sides of the issue. I think he's just wanting to wait and see.
Yeah, he
if
just wanted to
something
wait,
happens.
yes, yeah.
And so I'm just
Yeah.
saying, it's hard to make something happen if other people don't see it. So that, I mean.
It's like creating a wagon and then we're gonna fill it. No, that sounds ridiculous, but not really, because
And the idea is that we don't spend a lot of money right at first. That's the point of getting these ideas. And this really is relatively a small way to put that forward without spending a lot of money. We don't have to change the sign now. We don't have to
Yeah.
change the business cards, those kinds of things. We can say we are, then do some things, and then that will generate the other things that might be more costly to do.
But if we don't do this resolution, they're gonna lose a lot of their momentum that they are building up. So this is something that's an extremely important part.
We'll say, we are not rebranding it as a city. I'm doing it on my own, and I don't know.
I think you need to support.
I think we could probably pass the creative crossroads of the nation and really not worry if the crossroads of the nation is on the water tower, or if it's, maybe it really doesn't have to be changed, or other things really don't have to be, don't have to worry about it, I guess, okay.
One by one, those things will begin to change.
Yeah.
But I'm not, but again, that's not even with me, that's not necessarily even what I'm saying. I'm just trying to think of, someone asks me, what does Cameron have that's creative? Absolutely the band. Now I'm sitting there trying to think of what else. Okay, so I know we have a mural that we painted 10 years ago.
She's got grants going out.
No, I understand that. So we're gonna have a couple more murals. And I'm not denying that. I'm just trying to think of, how do I tell somebody, how do I sell we're creative as well?
We have lots of praise. We have more praise than a lot of people do.
And also, like, I'm an artist, there's some other artists in the old school. So then it's kind of getting this permission to say, to come out and gather, this is what we're doing. So if we have those monthly meetings, then everybody can go, I can help people with those monthly meetings too. Like I did Linda, and I said, once you have the mural, we get some people out to record it. We get some people, I said, you get your consignment people to make monarch butterfly things. And so we start to have all this going on, a momentum, and also to basically give permission for people to gather under this umbrella. And I can do that on my own. I have been doing it for the last year. I just would prefer not to do it by myself because it makes it much harder and it goes much slower. And I have to go to different organizations and
Sure.
try to get them behind. But like we're talking with Pauline from the Chamber of Commerce, she's waiting to see if the chamber, if the city council wants to get on board before she invests her time in her Chamber of Commerce. So we've talked about things, but again, it's like I got to the point where I felt like I could do all I could do, and then it's like, is there anybody else that wants to get on board?
Gotcha.
So,
Yeah, I won't block it, guys. I just wanting to make sure we had something to show.
We will. Okay. All right, any other discussion? All those in favor of passing resolution 2025-13, thank you, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Passes, 5 in favor, 0 opposed. Next is resolution 2025-14, Shelley.
Resolution 2025-14, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Cameron, Missouri, authorizing the city manager to enter into a professional services agreement with Bartlett and West, Inc. for design of Harris Street supplemental agreement and amendment number 1.
I will entertain a motion to pass resolution 2025-14.
Second.
Discussion.
Okay, thank you very much, Mayor. This one has been a long time in coming because we've had some delays in it. And we had a grant that we had to do with this. And we also have fees here now that we have to give to the engineers, to Bartlett and Weston. I'm going to ask Tad to go over those couple of things for you.
Good evening, Mayor, Council. I actually have Scott here from Bartlett and West, but this is an agreement with Bartlett and West for the supplement agreement number 1, so he can probably explain it a little better than I can.
So the supplement. like
You
I said, there's been-
can come up to the podium where everybody can see you.
Yeah, so, like you said, there were some delays in the project to acquire easements and things so we construct it. And now that we've got all of those taken care of, we're working with MOCAM, the grant folks, on getting that advertised for bid. And along with that, we need the construction inspection and things like that. So that's what this supplemental agreement is for us to provide the engineering inspection during the construction.
Can you explain a little bit how the grant worked?
Yeah, we got a $500,000 CDBG grant through MOCAN, and we put that towards this project here,
Plus using what other funds of ours?
and the HACID transportation tax.
It's been sitting there waiting to be used on this.
And we can't get any other grants until we have used this one.
We're
So
only allowed 2 at any one time, if I remember correctly, correct?
Just one.
Just
One.
We can have 2, but it can't be the cities. Sometimes
Oh,
other
that's true.
nonprofits within the town can have one, but we can only have 1 at a time.
Okay, that's what
And we had 3 streets that were on our transportation. Actually, this will be, this is the third of those 3.
the others is Godfrey, correct?
Correct.
And the other one?
Northland.
And we did Godfrey in November, so that's just gonna start, everything's taken care of that. Or they're just gonna
We're
start
starting
working
the
on that.
Design phase, they went through, done the utilities depth check, so they can design the storm sewer, that way there isn't any change orders during the project, to make the project go a little faster.
Faster than last year?
We're gonna talk about that.
Sorry.
There were a lot of easements.
Oh, yeah, those are not fun, are they?
Have any other questions for me?
Thank you, Scott.
Is there anything, anybody want to ask any more questions to Chad?
Ted.
Ted, whatever. Ted. Sorry, guys, sorry. All right, all those in favor of passing resolution 2025-14, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Passes, 5 in favor, 0 opposed. That takes us to resolution 2025-15, Shelley.
Resolution 2025-15, a resolution for the city of Cameron, Missouri, approving and accepting an agreement to sell real estate to Agron Investment Corporation.
I would entertain a motion to pass resolution 2025-15.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
Okay, we have a number of pieces of land in the city that we're trying to sell. We talked about one earlier. This is a small piece here north of town. Now, Lance, you worked on that for us.
Yes, thank you, council and the mayor. This is 4 acres that's going to be directly east of Dr. Ali's, which would be east of Walmart, down that dead end road.
Northeast.
Or
probably.
northeast of there, yeah. And so this is a new business coming to town. And they'll be, after this goes through, then they'll be starting to build after they get all the building forms ready to go and passed through our business people. So it's pretty low cut. I mean, it's a pretty simple deal on that one.
Any questions?
No.
All right, then let's proceed. All those in favor of passing resolution 2025-15, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Looks like it passes, 5 in favor, 0 opposed. All right. That, we've already had the discussion with the advisory committee, so that takes us to our last participation, public participation. Please come up to the front. Be sure and sign in. You have 5 minutes.
I don't need 5 minutes, but I just heard, can we release what that business is?
I don't know if they want it released yet or not. Maybe.
Here, I wanna.
Well,
We'll call them.
I would hate, well, I'd have to tell you who they are before they call them.
Could you get back with me?
Yeah.
Let me know. And then the other thing, just a point of consideration, with the rebranding, I agree, John, one thing to consider, you know, I don't know if this is the time really to go about something like that. And this is a big deal. The crossroads of the nation, you got those 2 interstates. The creativity is, nobody questions that, but I just wonder if we're getting a little too fast. Great ideas. But I mean, there's a lot that goes into that, a lot of money to redo some of these things, and a mixed message if nothing's really changed and we're not really ready to sell that vision. I just wonder if we shouldn't slow down a bit. But that's an editorial comment that will not appear in the paper. Thank you.
I'm gonna quote you on that.
Please do.
Thank you. Anyone else? That takes us to miscellaneous comments from the staff. Steve?
Nothing further from me, Mayor.
I put in another grant app and loan app for 112 East 3rd. Since the front windows blew out Friday, well, the bottom floor, there's a big hole about that big around. I got a hold of MOCAN, they got a hold of EPA, we're pushing forward. Now we have a reason to really push EPA, and so the phase 1's done. They're doing the phase 2 this week. The application went in today about 3 o'clock. So we've got all of our information to MOCAN. I might have to put in an application to the Brownfield program down at DNR, but I'll get that done this week as well. And hopefully within 2 weeks, maybe 3, hopefully, that we can get that advertised in the paper for the demolition. And we can finally get that eyesore out of there.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
So-
long overdue too.
It's, once again, just takes time.
It's just not very creative looking.
Yeah.
So what blew the windows out?
Actually, what we're thinking is probably the shifting from the
Yep.
freezing and thawing. Because if you look at the windows itself, they kind of bulge
Oh.
out from the interior.
That's scary.
So, yeah. So that's all I've got for now.
Nothing else.
Our new patrol fleet just come in last week, I think it was. So one of our guys will be working to get everything out of the old cars and then the new cars. Our maintenance costs are still going up on the old cars, so we're gonna try to get them off the road as quick as possible. So, you'll be seeing the new ones here shortly out on the road.
Just don't stop me.
You're first.
I mean,
Go on a ride along with them.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
That's how you do it, then you don't have to worry about getting
I went
stopped.
down to Dan, I was doing 85.
You're not supposed to tell him that.
and the dream she was having.
It was a dream.
Yeah.
I get it.
Okay.
That's why I use cruise control.
That's all I have. Thank you.
Working on the IT master plan. It's going well.
Chief,
You can see him back there.
I get some shady guys out there. Really?
I will not be at the next council meeting on the 17th. I will be out of town, and Amy will be sitting in for me to take minutes on that day.
Have fun.
I'm going to an insurance conference.
That's gonna be fun.
Councilwoman Emily.
No, I have nothing. I've had good enough.
It's kind of gone under the radar, but, several years ago, the city bought a considerable amount of land southeast of town as a business park, and probably to say it really never got off the ground. A year and a half ago, we changed the direction of the contract that we were under at that time, and we brought that in-house. Had a few hiccups with personnel, but got Lance on board. But the big thing was that our attorney at that time, Patrick, said basically, with that land, why don't you guys put that on the market? And being a layperson, I assumed it was always on the market, but not according to our attorney. Why don't you guys do this like Liberty does, like Kearney does, like all the municipalities in the city city. And so it was his idea. Our attorney with Lance have been working on putting this into doing it the right way and getting this on the market. Before that, it's probably been sitting there for 8 years. So I want to say kudos to Lance.
Oh, thank you.
And I hate to say Patrick, I give him that, but we are trying to move forward with that land. And, but I think we knew a year ago that we had to do something differently. So we brought it in-house. We are trying to move forward, but it's kind of flown under the radar here about what we did. But hopefully we'll get some results on this business park southeast of town.
And I think Lance had help with planning and zoning.
Yeah, planning and zoning and everything. So, but it's been a long, we started out and it was before Lance and had a couple of hiccups with people, they left. And so it's been a year and a half to kind of get this thing going, but a lot of people have been working on that. So hopefully we'll get some
When
results
will
out
it
of
go
that.
out?
Already has been out.
Out now.
And it's up on the DED website as well. So we're going against the Liberties and the Springfields and the Columbias.
Yes.
It's on their website where the idea is whenever new commercial businesses come into the state, if they're needing chunks of land, they'll go to DED first. And then it's listed. So.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. It only took 8 years, 9 years, however long.
Before me.
Yeah,
too.
no, I know, but it wasn't before me, because I was working with the folks trying to get them to sell it.
Well, there
And it didn't get sold
was never
till we
3
came
votes
back.
on the
And
council
you did it.
to change things. That's the issue.
Well, no,
Yeah,
Lance,
there was never, we
Lance did it.
finally got 3 votes to change, and we brought that in-house. And then that started it. And for whatever reason, it sat there a long time, but that's gone under the radar, and hopefully that's something positive will come out of it. That's all I got.
I don't have anything more.
Well, again, kudos on that. Kudos to all of our folks that have been working really hard through the winter months here. I'd also like to thank the group that's been coming in and working with us. They're giving up their time, their effort.
The
The advisory board coming in and
the
helping us.
Avengers.
Those are entrepreneurs that are giving up their money
Yeah, they are.
to help the city of Cameron, and I appreciate that more than they'll ever know. But I have an issue that I do want to kind of talk about, and that is the fact that we are being sued by the park board. I realize I came in at the trail end of the park board president that was appointed. He's been trying to gain control of power and the purse strings for, I guess, 2 or 3 years from what I understand. Being that I just got back on last April, I started working with him, talking to him, thought we had a good line of communication. But I know he's worked with a lot of council and numerous staff. They tried to explain to him what we're supposed to be doing, what they're supposed to be doing, and him as an unelected park board president. He's changed a lot of things here in Cameron by doing what he's done. And quite honestly, I'm appalled by the park board's decision. To me, I don't think it's about the ball fields. I don't, or excuse me, the pool. I look at that and I see that this is about power. We've had differences in the past with other park boards we've discussed, worked with. I remember Jason Jones and myself, when he was park board president, talked to him a lot. He and I disagreed a lot on quite a few different things, but we never, ever let the communication go away. And we were finally able to work out some of the situations that were going forward. Not saying I'm the only one that did that. Everybody up here could do the same thing. But this frivolous lawsuit is going to cost the taxpayers a lot of money. It's going to give us a black eye. At this point, I mean, to me, it's an embarrassment.